Imagine receiving a letter that basically says, "Your world is ending, your God is weak, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it." That is the level of pressure we are dealing with in today's text. We are looking at Isaiah 37 through 39, plus a very fitting soundtrack in Psalm 76.
It is intense. We are talking about King Hezekiah facing the Assyrian Empire, the superpower of the ancient world. They have crushed everyone else, and now they are knocking on Jerusalem's door. It's not just a military threat, it's psychological warfare.
Right. The Assyrian commander Rabshakeh isn't just threatening violence, he's dismantling their faith. He's listing all the other nations and gods Assyria destroyed. So, what does Hezekiah do? This is the moment that defines a leader, right?
Absolutely, and his reaction is fascinating. He doesn't hold a war council first. He tears his clothes, puts on sackcloth, and goes straight to the temple. There's this incredibly cinematic moment in the text where he takes that threatening letter from the messengers, goes up to the Lord's house, and literally spreads it out before God.
I love that image. It's like he's saying, "Here, God, read this. They aren't just insulting me, they are insulting you."
Exactly, it's a total surrender of the problem, and the response he gets through the prophet Isaiah is just as bold. God basically says, "I've got this." The Assyrian king won't even shoot a single arrow into the city. And then, the text gives us one of the most staggering interventions in history. In one night, an angel strikes down 185,000 Assyrian soldiers.
Just like that?
Just like that, Sennacherib, the Assyrian king, packs up and goes home, only to be assassinated by his own sons later. And this is where Psalm 76 fits in perfectly. It feels like the victory song for this exact moment. It talks about God breaking the flaming arrows of the bow, the shield, and the sword.
The earth feared and was silent. It really captures that stunned silence after a miraculous victory. But here is the thing about Hezekiah. His life is a roller coaster. You'd think after surviving an apocalypse, he'd get a break. But immediately in chapter 38, he gets a death sentence?
It's whiplash. He falls mortally ill. Isaiah comes in and says, "Set your house in order, you're going to die." And again, Hezekiah turns his face to the wall and weeps bitterly. He prays with this raw, desperate intensity, and God hears him. He grants him 15 more years of life.
And we get that strange sign, right? The shadow on the sundial moving backward 10 steps.
Right, it's a physical sign of time reversing, giving him more time. It's a beautiful moment of mercy, but, and here is the twist, sometimes the extra time reveals the cracks in a person's character. This leads us to chapter 39, which I think is one of the most tragic chapters in this section.
The Babylonians show up. Now, at this point, Babylon isn't the big bad wolf yet. Assyria was. So this looks like a friendly diplomatic visit, right? Get well soon, here's a gift.
On the surface, yes, Merodach Baladan, the king of Babylon, sends envoys, and Hezekiah, he gets flattered, he feels important, so he opens the doors, he shows them the silver, the gold, the armory, everything. The text says there was nothing in his dominion he didn't show them.
It sounds like he's showing off. Look how rich and powerful I am.
Precisely, it's pride. He survived the Assyrians by trusting God, but he tries to impress the Babylonians by trusting his wealth. Isaiah comes in and plays the role of the hard-nosed security analyst. He asks, what did they see? And when Hezekiah admits he showed them everything, Isaiah drops the hammer.
The prophecy of the exile.
Yes, Isaiah says, the days are coming when all this stuff you're so proud of, it's going to Babylon. And your descendants, they'll be servants in the palace of the king of Babylon. Hezekiah essentially handed the future enemy the blueprints to the vault.
And Hezekiah's response to that prophecy is, well, it's a bit disturbing, isn't it?
It is unsettling. He says, the word of the Lord is good. Why? Because, as he thinks to himself, there will be peace and truth in my days.
Wow. So, as long as it doesn't happen while I'm alive, I'm good.
It's a very human, very selfish relief. He starts as this spiritual giant spreading the letter before God, but ends as a man relieved that his children will pay the price for his mistake, not him. It's a stark reminder that finishing well is harder than starting well.
That is a heavy note to land on. We see God's power to save from armies and sickness, but we also see the subtle danger of pride when things go well. It makes you wonder, if we were given 15 extra years, would we use them to build a legacy or just secure our own comfort?
That's the question. The shadow went back 10 steps, but Hezekiah didn't seem to look forward far enough.
Something to think about. Thanks for breaking this down with me.
Always a pleasure. If you have been blessed by this, please like, subscribe, and share this joy with others. God bless.